feed you back.
I like that. How are your tomatoes doing?
They're doing pretty well.
Yeah. Well, with all this heat, right, Scott? Our tomatoes should be like this, I think, in the next week or so.
Well, my plants are getting bigger, but yeah, they're beyond that point of just wilting on over. But yeah, tomatoes are starting. Zucchini about that long. You know, zucchini is about this ridiculous zucchini. I wish cucumbers would grow like that, but we're getting there. Talking about the drought, though, it is a serious situation in the center part of the country. We talked about this yesterday. Intense sunshine, drying up that ground, making just a total lack of moisture, and so that dry ground breeds more heat. There's more moisture in the air, so it doesn't rain much. There's less chance of a rain, and that really breeds the drought. Just kind of makes that drought situation grow. A severe drought going on, a withering corn crop and soybeans as well in the center part of the country. Indiana, about 66% of the state is in drought conditions, and it's up to about 82% or 88% of the state of Missouri under drought conditions and severe drought in this region. This is where the core of that heat has been, and it is not good news. And you see the causes of crop loss. It is drought. Half of the time, 55% of any crop loss you see is typically drought. You see excess moisture, heat, freezing, hail, and wind is really not a big deal. It is the drought that's doing it, and that is the case. It is widespread. We're going to get some rainfall, but it's only going to come just to the edge of the Midwest, where the core of that drought is really not offering much relief. It will offer relief to the southeast, but not in the center part of the nation. It's the worst drought in about 22 years or so, since 1988. And when you look at what's going on through mid-July to mid-August, it's typically very dry here. Some places get a little spotty rain, but really that's about it. Not too much else goes on in the center part of the country. So not a good situation for corn. And basically what will happen is a lot of other places around the world, the acreage of corn is going to increase because they're going to be growing it to try to replace this. But the corn crop prices have shot way up. So the core of that heat, which is over us, which was over the Midwest, brought the drought in at the wrong time. The corn's trying to pollinate. It can't do it. And so they're getting about a third of what they normally would get. And so the corn was tasty that I had the other day, but the prices are going up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's all about timing.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. Well, the social network is taking on cyberbullying by tweaking a few things online.
Facebook is adding a few more feelings for its users to choose from. Let's check it out. Facebook already had a way for users to report content that they were uncomfortable with online. But for its youngest users, it's now unveiled the "This is a problem" button. By clicking on that button, teens are able to explain why the post is offensive and how it makes them feel. Based on their response, they get suggestions on how to resolve the issue, and in some cases, how to get help from an adult. The feature is expected to roll out next week.
Pretty good idea. Satellite TV customers, you may have noticed a few channels missing from your lineup over the past few days. Due to contract disputes with Viacom, DirecTV has dropped more than a dozen channels, including Nickelodeon, MTV, and Comedy Central, among others. The satellite provider says Viacom wants to increase its fees by 30%, which eventually would cost customers more. Viacom calls its request reasonable.
Well, Dish Network customers finding themselves in that same boat after the company dropped the channel AMC for the same reasons.
Yeah, and of course the drop comes as one of the network's most popular shows, Breaking Bad, is set to premiere a new season. Breaking Bad also happens to star the Treasure Valley's own Emmy Award-winning Aaron Paul. But unlike Viacom, which has actually pulled all of its shows off the internet as well, AMC will be streaming Sunday's premiere online for Dish Network customers. Just head to AMC.com to sign up. A lot of people upset because they paid to get those channels, and now they're not getting them.
Call your provider. Maybe they can help you out. Coming up next on Fox 9 On Your Side, Uncle Sam wants you. Well, sorry, NASCAR, not you. After a long partnership, the Army's saying so long to pit row.
Everybody loves Raymond, keeping marriage magical 5 days a week.
There are a lot of reasons why furniture shoppers love Furniture Row.
We love Furniture Row.
Prices were phenomenal.
I love Furniture Row.